Yep, the mic is on.
Alright, cool. Hi, everybody.
You hated this movie! Sword of the Stone by the way! Screw the intro! Still not even gonna pretend that we liked this movie because I don't think either of us did. I know I've said it about Dumbo. Dumbo is a movie. It is the most movie. That is now Sword in the Stone. Sword in the Stone is now the most movie.
I don't even think it's a movie.
That's what I mean. Like, it is a movie. That's what makes it the most movie. It was just a bunch of shit happening.
Did you lose some brain cells watching this movie? Because I think I did.
I mean, hippity hoppity, man. Hippity hoppity, wibbity whack. Get in the sack.
Okay, so let's start.
As you called it, just diet bibbity bobbity boo.
That's what it is.
Can I just talk about my favorite scene?
Okay.
My favorite scene is literally the very end of the movie when Arthur is sitting on the throne and, he's trying to figure out what to do. He's like, I can't be king of England. I'm 12. The crown doesn't even fit me. I should just, leave. And Archimedes like, oh boy, go through the side door where they won't see you. And he's like, and he opens the door like, hey, King Arthur, we're getting drunk, but he's a child, so he can't even drink to his own victory. And they're like, oh shoot, go through the other door, kid. And it's the same thing. He's like, man, I wish Merlin was here, because Merlin went off to Bermuda in the 20th century. Then he comes out of nowhere like the diet genie that he is, and he's like, 20th century sucks. Wow, what have you been up to, boy? I just became king of England in like 2 days you were gone, man. I just became king. I don't know what to do. I think I now own Scotland. What am I doing here? And then Merlin's like, something about TV and commercials, and the movie ends. It was just the concept of, hey, what have you been up to in the last 2 days? Like, dude, I just became king. I don't know what to do. Like, that sounds like a Hangover movie. Like, you go to sleep and you wake up, you've got a crown, you're holding the sword that says, whoever holdeth this sword is kingeth, or something. Like, wait, what?
Okay.
You're right, fate is better.
Yeah, okay. See, here's the thing about this movie. Let's go ahead and just cut to the chase. Cut to the reason why I actually fucking hate this movie.
Okay.
Because at first it was like, last time I saw it was quite a while back.
Same.
And my thoughts going into the movie was, it's fine. It's okay. Now I hate it. You want to know why? So,
because they did the squirrel dirty?
That's one of the reasons. That's a big one.
They did that
squirrel
dirty.
That poor thing. Like I was joking during the movie, I'm like, how many fan fictions do you think have been written to give her a happy ending?
Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise.
That's probably like most like
like I said, that's like just to do her solid. My headcanon is that this is just Guinevere.
Yeah, she certainly is nutty like a squirrel. Anyways, so the biggest problem with this movie is its theme. So, for most of the movie, its theme is, like, brains over brawn, you can be special if you educate yourself, if you, use your head, you can get through most of life's problems without having to, like, beat people over the head, and that's what makes you special. And then Arthur's like, so I just pulled this magical sword from God out of the stone and now I'm king. Not because he's actually supposed to be, not because he's actually qualified to be king, not because he's actually learned a lot throughout this movie, because he really hasn't. It is mostly just because, well, it's a story about Arthur and Arthur's got to become king by the end of it. Which, something I was saying at the beginning of the movie is, actually, like, a movie about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, like a Disney version of that, would be dope as fuck. This is not. So, and that bothers me. It's like, okay, so...
I guess you could argue, potentially, the reason he was the one qualified to take the sword, the reason he's the chosen one, is because he's supposed to be smarter than the smarties instead of being tougher than the toughies.
I mean, even then, that's the thing. King Arthur, like in the legends, wasn't really known for being a super intelligent individual. It is more just he was very charismatic. You know, he was a very noble and kind-hearted person. He was also just really good at fighting. You know, the thing the movie's going out of its way to say is a stupid bad thing that people shouldn't do. That's why it's the sword in the stone, and not like
the book in the stone.
The book in the stone.
Whoever can read page 1 is now King of England.
Let's be honest, mostly people don't know how to read or write.
I mean, Wark didn't at the start of the movie, and
I still don't think he could.
I mean, he didn't read the sword that he pulled out, that's for sure.
No. And yeah, it's like, it has to end with, you know, Arthur being king of the Britons, you know, but it doesn't feel like it's leading up to that. It doesn't feel like it's earned, because it's like, okay, they say at the beginning, oh yeah, here's the sword and the stone, so you're like, okay, so there's the title, and I guess this is going to happen eventually, but it's never brought up again, it is never built up to, it just happens. And it doesn't feel earned in any way. The third act feels so fucking messy. Like, the first act, I think, is fine. You know, introducing everybody, you know, all these characters feel like they have pretty decent characterization. I like Merlin, even though he is kind of like he's almost like the proto-genie, almost, because he keeps making pop culture references, not to, like, Robin Williams' extent where he's like imitating a bunch of people. He's like, oh yes, televisions and flying machines and the train, you know, and he's fine. I feel like the weakest character in the movie is Arthur, because he really just kind of sits around going, gosh, gee willikers, ain't magic cool? Magic doesn't solve all the problems, it sure fucking creates a whole bunch of them. You know?
Yo, it do though.
Yeah,
like even when he gets in trouble and is like, okay, what's your sentence to demerits? Work in the kitchen, says the walrus, because he just looks like a walrus, and I love that. And you know what Wart's reaction is? He's like, okay. He's like, okay, I'll go work in the kitchen. And then he's doing it, and he actually seems kind of happy.
Okay.
Like, it's not even like, oh, like, I hate working in the kitchen. He's like, having fun, scrubbing stuff. That's what makes the world go round. Hey there, Arthur! Have you ever thought about being a squirrel? No. Why? We're gonna be squirrels,
but we're going to rip off Fantasia!
Like, actually. And then they become squirrels to show that squirrels have problems and
Twitter. That one made the least amount of sense, because it's like, okay, the fish thing made some sense, and so did the bird thing, but the squirrel thing just kind of was like, oh, what? We need a third animal. Fuck it, squirrel. Basically. And it's like, this movie has no point to it. It really doesn't. No. It's like, I feel like the fish part... Fun. The fish part, I feel like, actually had some part, because it was like actually teaching, you know, yeah, use your head, because you can't fight this thing, you know, toe-to-toe. You gotta use your brain. And Arthur does that. Cool. The squirrel thing, well, he mostly just spends the whole time being really irritated by this yandere squirrel girl, and then almost getting eaten by the wolf. But he doesn't do anything about that. The girl squirrel does it. And what is her reward? Heartbreak. Actual heartbreak. Like, when she started crying, I'm like, I actually feel really bad.
You just looked at me and you were just silent. It's like, I felt that.
And then the bird thing was just like, oh yeah, let's learn how to fly. And then, oh shit, a hawk, because everything has to go wrong. And then we lead to Madam M, who's...
The marvelous Madam M.
Who I guess is the villain of the movie. She only shows up in the third act, and the wizard duel's kind of cool.
It's fun.
It's creative, but also, at that point, I had just, like, zoned out, because I didn't give a shit anymore, because this movie has no point.
Like, what it really feels like to me, with all the slapstick and wacky sound effects, of which there's a lot, like the splat,
like the stock sound effect of like a fucking ketchup packet being hammered.
To me, the best way I feel like I could describe this movie, it's a Looney Tune cartoon that's just not very funny, but thinks it's funny, and doesn't really have the charm of Looney Tune characters.
Yeah. Or Disney characters
Or
like
Disney
Mickey Mouse, you know? It wasn't really that... It had a few gags that I'm like, okay, that's actually kind of funny. The wolf has some funny ones. Though at the end, I started just feeling bad for it. 'Cause I'm like...
It's like feeling bad for the coyote because he wanted to get the road from.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, like by the third act, the movie just forgets what it's trying to do. Because, okay, the one weird thing is, like, during the third act, Merlin has a really weird change of character where he just becomes very moody and sullen and like, fine, Archimedes, you be his teacher if you know everything. And he just sits there going like puffing on his pipe. I'm like, who fucking put nails in your bed? Jesus. He's just super moody. And then it's like, oh yeah, after... He's like, yay, I get to be a squire. You know, the thing that I've been wanting to do this entire movie. And you haven't exactly said you didn't want me to do that? I mean, you were like, yeah, like, you're better using your brain. But it's like, oh yeah, I'm a squire, because Hobbes came down with the mumps.
Yeah, and I get to go to London. And you remember earlier when you were like, I'm sorry, boy. I know you really wanted to go to London.
Yeah!
So it's like and then now I get to go back to London. Haven't I taught you anything? What's wrong with you? He's like, fuck off! I'm going confused. Like, why are you upset at me now? What did I do? Oh, Bermuda with me!
And then he pulls a Lorax and fucking, like, lifts himself by his tail off to the sky or whatever.
And it's like, was Merlin coming back? And Archimedes like, wow, no scene transition. And then it's just a scene transition.
And then, like, later, Merlin comes back, and he's just like, oh, yeah, it was just in the 20th century. It's shit.
It sucks. It's
but anyways,
I hate everything.
Anyways, oh, hey, you're king. Okay, so here's what televisions are. And that's how the movie ends. I'm like, they forgot what movie they were making by the third act.
So here's my question.
Yes.
Three Caballeros. That's the question. The question is implied in the statement.
Here's the thing.
He's thinking, ladies and gentlemen.
So the Three Caballeros is just boring. It was a time waster. Like, it felt to me like I wasted my time watching this movie. I got nothing out of it. Honestly, I feel like the same could be said about The Sword and the Stone. Mm-hmm. And the fact that that the Three Caballeros did not try to have like an overall theme / message or whatever to teach the kids. It was just, here's a bunch of fucking Disney shorts, you know. This is trying to teach you, yeah, use your brain, you gotta be smarter than the smarties. And then it just completely forgets it by like 2/3 of the way in, and it's just like, oh yeah, we gotta do the Sword and the Stone thing.
Is this going where I think it's going?
It's the worst movie I've seen so far. F rank.
Yeah.
No.
It's F tier.
It's F tier. I don't like this movie
at
all.
It is the current bottom of the barrel.
It is. I'm surprised. I was not expecting this.
I was not either.
I didn't think we were going to get another F tier since Aristocats.
You mean Till Aristocats?
Till Aristocats. Yeah, I know what I said.
I know what you said. That's why I'm sighing in disappointment. I'll go to Bermuda with me.
Fine, go. I hear it's great this time of year.
Yeah, it probably would be.
Yeah.
I want to go to Bermuda.
Anyways, so what do you think about the movie?
I mean,
where do you rank it?
It's a D tier at best. I don't know if I quite put it into F tier. Because I don't think it's a complete failure. Yeah, I'd say D seems about right for me. To me, Three Caballeros was worse.
That's
Again,
fair.
I saw...
It's not something I'm not going to argue hard about.
I saw an aggressively horny Donald. That's an F tier movie. That's not something I want to be like.
I mean, this.
Although
there
was that robot chicken sketch I recently saw. I sent it to you, right? Like the Kingdom Hearts thing.
Oh yeah,
the key party. It was so weird and uncomfortable, and I laughed the entire time.
There was an exceptionally horny squirrel in this movie, though.
There was,
but it was just
a sweetie.
Yeah, and I just feel that's another reason why this is bottom of the fucking barrel.
That's fair.
You did the squirrel dirty.
That's fair.
You can't do that. You can't introduce such a little cutie and have a whole thing about, oh yeah, like she really likes Arthur. She wants to be buddies with him, and then you gotta go break her heart like that. It's just not fair. You can't do that.
Anything else about Sword in the Stone, anything else to add about currently your least favorite Disney film? Now I know.
I don't like it. No, sir.
Now,
not one bit.
I know we're looking ahead. I know we're doing what Merlin said, being a bit of a soothsayer. Bit of precognition, hockety-pockety, wiggity-whack kind of stuff. Do you think it will outlast Chicken Little and be worse than Chicken Little?
No.
Okay, you didn't even have to think. I didn't even hear the
No,
gears
Chicken Little. Okay, so Sword in the Stone, at the very least, is coming from a place of these people are genuinely trying to make a story and trying to like animate it well, and there's some like charming stuff to it that just doesn't vibe with me. Chicken Little is actively just bad.
Okay.
And the thing is like the theme, the slash moral of Sword in the Stone gets muddied and kind of lost towards the end. Chicken Little's moral is fucking awful, like actively bad.
Is Chicken Little's moral? It's like if you save the world, then you're a good son.
Yeah, basically. And it's like, we should have believed you in the first place and not made fun of you for saying the obviously insane shit you were saying. Yeah, it's like, well, we'll get to Chicken Little when we get to Chicken Little, but just real quick, it's like, okay, so Chicken Little being ostracized because, like, I saw the sky was falling, so I caused this whole big fucking kerfuffle that got people injured, wasted the firefighter and police officer's time with this crazy thing that nobody was going to believe, and he acts surprised that everybody kind of treats him like shit. Now, it's not good that they do that. They shouldn't, especially his dad. Fuck that asshole. Come on. And then the moral was like, oh, shit, we should have believed the crazy kid in the first place. Oh, damn it. But we'll get to that when we get to it.
There's also the part at the end where, the bully girl then gets...
mind raped.
Yeah.
And it is treated as an improvement that her personality was fucking annihilated. Now, was she a bad person?
Yeah,
kind of.
but
She was a kid. All kids are assholes. She probably would have grown out of it, or at least been a really entertaining bitch, like in fucking
Cozy Glow
or something. I was gonna go with
Dimple Pony. That's what she is, and it makes me so happy that they made Darla Dimple a pony.
But it's like they mind raped this girl, a literal death of personality, and the movie's like, oh, it's funny, it's fine. Man, the Chicken Little episode's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm excited now.
I'm just feeling the bile. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I'm just remembering it.
I'm still so excited for Black Cauldron, though, because you've never seen it.
I've never seen Black Cauldron.
I am counting down the movies. I think we have 6 more until the BC.
It's gonna be fun.
But before that, Jungle Book.
Which we know
I am excited for Jungle Book.
Is a good movie.
I'm already going to say that's an A tier at least. I'm probably going to put it in S tier because of how much I love this movie. And that's my favorite Disney villain.
I might not go that far, but it's definitely a top tier movie. But then after that is the Aristocats.
Yeah, you say it like it's a bad thing, Clay.
Yes, it is.
Why is it a bad thing,
I hate
Clay?
the Aristocats.
No,
it might be another F tier.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It has Uncle Boris.
I don't give a shit.
Yes, you will, because Uncle Boris is funny.
Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be changed.
I do.
Changed watching this movie. I thought it was okay before. Now obviously it's fucking bad. But that's not until next time.
And then we'll be on with the Silver Age.
Yeah. We'll get to watch things like Winnie the Pooh, which is one of my favorite Disney movies.
I am actually very excited.
That's probably going to be an S tier, honestly.
I have not seen that in a long time.
That's probably going to be an S tier for me.
Would that be your first S tier? Did you put No, you didn't put Fantasia in S tier.
I didn't, because I thought some of the songs... I thought some of the things weren't good.
So you haven't had one yet, because you didn't put Sleeping Beauty in there.
No. None of the movies yet have been an S tier. But anyway...
Black Cauldron's going to be your first S, baby! Let's go! S plus tier film!
I highly doubt that, but who the fuck knows? Maybe it's a masterpiece. Maybe everybody's like blowing it out of proportion. I don't know.
They're not.
No, it's
Oh, that's what Gurgi sounds like! That's pretty accurate!
How much is he in the movie?
Gurgi's on most of it.
Oh no. No!
long noodle pull. Don't know what night cookie.
We'll see you guys next time.
Turn it off again.
How do I turn it off?
You hit the button.